This video covers sections B1 to B4 of BTEC Engineering Unit 7. Starting with B1, page 1. Because this is a video and not a lesson, you may need to pause to take notes. Right, so B1 asks us to use indefinite integration to find a formula for S given that V equals 6t squared plus 5t minus 7, and that when t is equal to 0 seconds, S is equal to 3 meters. And you have to explain your method. Now basically, if you've got a formula for the volume, for the velocity, sorry, not the volume. So you've got a formula for the velocity, V equals 6t squared plus 5t minus 7. You need to do a process called integration to get the distance or the displacement, which is what S is. So we have to do the process called integration. Now in assignment A, we did a lot about differentiation to find gradient. Integration is the opposite, where you've got some sort of gradient function and you undo the differentiation process to come up with an integrated form. So again, it requires using formulae or basically learning a process. So for a polynomial such as this, the process is that you add 1 to the power and divide by the new power, which is the opposite of differentiating, where we multiplied by the power and took 1 off the power. So in this case, the power is 2, so we add 1 to the power, 2 plus 1, and we divide by the new power, 2 plus 1. Then we move to the next one, 5 to the t. We can think of as t to the power of 1. So we can add 1 to the power and divide by the new power. So 5t to the 1 plus 1 all over 1 plus 1. We will simplify in the next line. Now constants, minus 7, must have been differentiated by something like minus 7t. If we'd had minus 17 with differentiating, we would get rid of the t and we'd end up with a number. Because we're integrating and going the other way, we pick up a t instead of getting rid of a t. And then there's an extra complication with integration that we didn't have in differentiation. Where we had a number, be it 1,000,000, 1, 2, 5, minus 6, any of those numbers on its own would differentiate to 0, so it would disappear. So when we're integrating, going the opposite way, we have no idea what the number was that differentiated to nothing. So what we do is we put a plus c at the end. We then use extra information given in the question to find out what that c would be. So S equals, simplify, so 2 plus 1 is cubed, 6 divided by 2 plus 1, we can do in the calculator, 6 divided by 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, so we get 3t cubed. 5 divided by 1 plus 1 is 5 over 2. 1 plus 1 is 2, so we get t squared minus 7t plus c. We then stick our numbers in from the question, so when t equals 0, s is equal to 3. So we need to substitute that into our formula. That will allow us to find out what that missing c value is. So 3 is equal to 3t cubed plus 3 times 0 cubed plus 502 times 0 squared minus 7 times 0 plus c. Fortunately, stick all this into a calculator. That's equal to 0, so we end up with 3 is equal to 0. So our formula, S is equal to 3t cubed plus 5 over 2t squared minus 7t plus 3. Now these processes are of an A-level standard, so it may be that you only have a limited understanding of what you need to do. Just ensure that if you're starting with a quadratic like that, that you follow the same processes with your different coefficient numbers. So a different 6, 5 and minus 7. As long as you follow the same processes with those numbers, then you will end up with the correct final answer, and that's what you'll need to be able to do your assignment. So very often in these questions, because of the advanced nature of the topic, you will have to focus on just doing the rules to a different set of numbers. So that is the first one. That is B1. B2 and B3 and B4 are similar. You have to do the same sort of thing, but the equation will be a different type. So you'll have to integrate a different sort of function. So moving on to B2. Which is on page 2 of the examples booklet. So as I said, using indefinite integration to find a formula for s, given that v equals 5 cos 3t, and then when t equals 0, s equals 3 meters. So different formula, same conditions for here, with different formula, different sort of integration. The explaining your method, for all of B1, B2, B3 and B4, you will be required to explain your method. That's what you'll need to be able to do if you wish to get a merit or a distinction. I'm not writing an explanation here because you have to work out your own explanation in your own words to be able to achieve the merits and distinctions. You need to be able to follow the steps to get the pass. Again, if you understand this sort of work, you'll find it straightforward. If you don't, just look at what I did to the individual numbers given in the question and just adapt that for the numbers you have to do for the real assignment. So again, same process. We start with v equals 5 cos 3t. We have to do the process of indefinite integration to get s. Note that that's my s and that's my 5. So be careful, make sure you know which is which. I'll perhaps make the 5 more pointy and the s more curly. Right, so the process of integrating a causal function. The number in front of the t, you need to divide the number at the front by. So 5 over 3. Cos turns to sine when you integrate, and the 3t stays unchanged. And just like we had to do in B1, we end up with a plus c at the end. Any integration, indefinite integration you do, gives you a plus c at the end. Again, we're told some information. T equals 0, s equals 3. So stick our values in. 3 equals 5 over 3 sine of, the calculator will put bracket in, 3 times 0, so close the bracket there, plus c. If we stick this bit into a calculator, 5 over 3 sine of 3 times 0, the calculator will give us 0 out. So c is equal to 3. So our final solution is s equals 5 over 3 sine 3t plus 3. So again, if you're struggling with this sort of work, just look at the assignment 1, see how it's similar to this but different numbers. Whatever the different numbers are, you follow the process all the way through. If you want merit and distinctions, you need to do an explanation. Moving on to B3. So B3 is on page 3 of the examples booklet. And this time, same question, different formula. The formula is v equals 4e to the 3t. Again, when t equals 0, s equals 3. Explaining your method is for merits or distinctions. I will just be showing the process. If you understand the process, great. If you don't, you'll need to follow the steps that I do with the different numbers. So we're starting with v equals 4e to the 3t. I need to integrate to get to s. Now when we integrate a function like this, an e to the power function, we take the number that's in front of the t and we divide by it. So it's 4 divided by 3. Well, that's it. That's the only difference between the original and the integrated function. As usual for integration, we need to put a plus c at the end. And again, we're given the information t equals 0, s equals 3. So we stick those in. 3 equals 4 over 3 e to the 3 times 0 plus c. Stick that bit into the calculator. So 4 over 3 times shift e to the 3 times 0, and it tells us it's equal to 4 over 3 plus c. So I want to find my c value, so I'm going to have to do 3 take away 4 over 3, which I can do on my calc. 3 minus 4 over 3 gives me 5 over 3 for c. So my final formula is s equals 4 over 3 e to the 3t plus 5 over 3. Again, this is a minimum standard to be working towards a pass. Merits and distinctions explain your method. And then finally, B4. On page 4 of the examples booklet. So the formula this time is v equals 2 over 2t plus 8. So integrating a function like this, as long as the number in front of the t at the bottom is the same as the number at the top, then it integrates the ln of the denominator, the 2t plus 8. And because it's integration, we always get a plus c at the end. Again, we're told that when t equals 2, s is equal to 3, so we substitute those numbers in. So 3 equals ln 2 times 0 plus 8 plus c. So 3 is equal to, well, 2 times 0 plus 8 is 8. So ln of 8 plus c. Take the ln 8 from both sides. C is equal to 3 take away ln of 8. And then finally we substitute that back into the s formula. So Sn equals ln of 2t plus 8 plus 3 minus ln 8. That gives us our final answer for B4. So again, just doing it is only gains you a pass. If you want to get merit of distinction, you'll have to explain your method and give more reasoning in your own words.